Good morning. This is about trading with calm, control, and discipline. Good morning, everyone. Hope you can hear me. Test 1, 2. So before we start, like always, read your trade plan so that you know when to enter, how to enter, and what to do, of course. It's something you really get every time that you trade. You should always take your trade plan with you. Immediately look at it before we start trading and then follow along. Now, for today, I think we have an opening gap. So I'll put it out. This is opening gap. I gotta say I did not expect us to move up that high yesterday or Friday. We moved up 1%, almost 400 points. Definitely a nice move up. We did take out that first liquidity that I was expecting to take out. Well, I believe that actually we would have taken out all of this trend line liquidity, and we did not. So I was surprised this morning that we did not take this out. Nonetheless, we'll follow what the market will give us. Let's take a look at the 4-hour where we're at. So we are in a fair value gap right now. We have one more on top. This is all buy side liquidity. Okay, let's take a this. I want to see how we act on this 4-hour right where we are right now. So I got two major liquidity pools that we have right now is upside. We got that buy side liquidity right here for multiple stops that move to the downside. We got a daily for value gap still above us that we can react off before moving lower. Now this week will not be one that I want to trade too much. I'll probably take it very easy. I do want to see a clear movement of the market before I will do anything. At this point, we just taken out a high where some liquidity was left over it. We're inside a 4-hour right now, so I want to see what do we do right here. Do we continue up or do we have a very strong push down, or we could jump in and to take a short? If we take a short, it will be for this opening range, weekly open range. That will be the max that I will take it to. But for now, I'll just be patient, see what happens. Let the market develop a little bit, see what it shows us. If we watch the hourly, we came down, we took some internal liquidity, and now we're taking out the highs. So that would be that retest. So actually in the next 47 minutes, we will see if the market tends to move further down for this gap, or does it want to continue here to take that buy side liquidity just above us. Okay, yeah, just above us, that's about 400 points, but still. The market is reaching for liquidity, like always. So, or it's reaching for this gap just above us, or we first of all want to go down and take out that lower opening gap. But for that to know if we are taking a high out right now, before we can see this, the market does need to show its hand where it wants to go to. So, that being said, good morning, everybody. Gold's back at all-time high, looks great. Silver's high, going up to, most of the cryptos are up a little bit right now, so still got the same feeling that Bitcoin will do. We'll hit that 100,000 at least. That's still my idea. We've been going sideways now for about 31 days. So the market's just been sitting here, not moving much, but you had like 31 days to get a nice entry. If we start rallying, this will actually move up rather fast. And I believe it wants to take out this buy side liquidity. So to 106,000, something like that. So try to make a very structured plan for everybody that you all can read and follow along in how I trade, so that you all can actually implement the same movements that I do and see. So right here where we actually are right now, the most thing that I can see is that the market actually shows us strength still at this point. So the market is still showing a bit of strength, but it got rejected twice here now. So we have a 4-hour just under us right here together with that opening, and we're inside a 4. So not the best option to be in right now to let us know where the market wants to go to. If it drops down and it comes to that 4-hour, we got a nice long position from it. But right now we're actually inside 2 gaps, so not the best position in to take a trade off. So I'm just going to be patient right now. Not something that I would put anything on right now to trade off. I'm going to get myself a drink in the meantime, and I'll be right back. So I'll take my journal for a minute and gonna take a watch how far I actually are this month. So for this month, with the last trade that we took was 18 December right now, so I didn't trade. Friday I didn't take a trade, so I'm on 18 December and we're up this month on 9.5 hours. So actually I don't need to do a lot this month anymore. I'm happy with a 10 hour in a month. That's definitely a good ratio that I want to keep holding on to. So if we keep moving up and we create some form of a 15-minute gap after now making a break of structure to the upside, we will see if this one keeps up high enough and we got some form of a retest. We could take a long then to this high. That would be the main idea that I see the market go to. So if this keeps moving up, we will have a break of structure to the upside right here. And then if we get some form of a 15-minute retracement back into it, we will continue to long off of it. So not jumping in this market, letting this one do its thing, and then we will be patient for that retest off of it, and then we can shoot long off of it, of course. If we're long, this would be the area. So we got about at least a half hour before we can do anything. Always let the market come to you. Don't chase the market. Trading can be easy, but sometimes not easy too. The most easy part actually in trading is that you don't have to do a lot. The less easy part is that you are not allowed to do a lot. Yeah, you have to develop one skill in trading, that's having patience until the market shows you its hand, where it wants to go to. Second of all, if you're here and you're present, make sure that you have the patience until the market shows you your entry model. And all the rest of the candles that we are shown does not matter. So you don't have to look at them. Once you see your break of structure made form, so once we get a nice break of structure to the upsides, and this is formed, then, and only then afterwards, look, this candle needs to be at least that big. So I need 10 points at least. So this is no break of structure yet. This is just a wick. So this was a liquidity grab, and then the market, if it starts to move lower, this is no break of structure. We do need a nice candle close above it to have that one. So here we can see this was a nice break of structure to the upside. So we had, this was the candle close, and actually it ended up here. So that was from the wick alone, that was at least to the high of that wick, 10 points or more. So we do need some form of a range. Then we have, look here, right here, we had a 15-minute for value gap. But this was night, of course, for me, so I was not online. And just take your FIB tool. Very easy, draw it to the high, and aim for that 62 level or 50 level. Anything between the 50 and 78.78, that's your entry point from here to here. Anything below that 50 level is good as an entry point. If you draw it from wick to wick, that's also good. So always make sure that your entry is below that 50 level so that we are in premium or discounted area, actually, to sell it at a higher price. And where is your first TP then? If you want to watch this high, or actually the body of it, that's your first TP. So if the market structure wants to move lower anyways, it always comes back to that candles form, because that is the last high that wants to get taken. If the market wants to continue higher or lower, that high needs to be taken anyways. So this would be your TP1 right here. And that would have been something like this. So say that you put it on a 50 level. I'll even show you. You can choose yourself how you put your stops. That's more up to you. Some people like it a bit more secure. That would be a 1 hour. It depends where you put it, your stop. If you put it a bit higher, 1.2. If you put it just a candle, 1.5. So definitely a trade that you can take. Outputs the market, pushes the market a bit down, so we swept that liquidity right here, so I want to see in the next few minutes what happens. If we get a strong changing character to the downside, and we get like a fair value gap that we can tap off of it, I would love to short this too. But then we will short, of course, to this opening gap. We do need some form of an entry model right now before we can do anything. This week, we only have 2 live streams, so that's today and tomorrow. I repeat, I will not be streaming the rest of the week. Just today and tomorrow, I'll be online. The rest of the week is family time for me, so there will be no trading. Normally, I do not trade between Christmas and New Year's either. The reason why is it's just a break time. That's good for the mindset. We can reset everything, come back with a clean slate, and have it with ease afterwards back. You sometimes don't feel that you do a lot, but by not doing a lot, you also do a lot. I'll explain. It's mentally not always easy watching the charts constantly, so it takes a lot out of you. And that's for everybody. So taking a break off charts is always a good time. And if you do that, watch yourself and how you feel. Make sure that you don't open any charts at all. Just be okay with it. If you can do that, you're a good trader. If you can't, I think you got some form of a problem then too. So you do need to be able to let go of that mentality that you always need to be here. So this could look like we could have a structure to the downside. So gonna be patient. We still got a few minutes left. Not in anything yet, just watching. It's on the screen, so you will see it put me on the screen that I have a limit order somewhere, so I'll always put it on the screen. If you're new to the channel, most of you guys already know this. Thank you for the thumbs up. So this is no break of structure right now. We just took the high, swept that liquidity, and now we're just sitting here. So the only thing that we can do is now be patient until the market definitely shows us where it wants to go to. For me, it looks more now that it swept something and we're in between 2 levels. So again, we're not at the best, excuse me, we're not in the best position to take a trade off right now. Silver's at 70 again. I said prediction it will be between 70 and 80. Please, guys, take some profits if you bought this at the lows. Don't wait for the maximum to get out of it. Unless you want to hold this for a very long time, that's something different, of course, but I didn't watch if we had news today, actually. Let me go watch. Do we got news today? Oh, we had already news. We got news at 8. UK investments, business investment QOQ, minus 12 billion. Damn. See that in the morning in your bank account, minus 12 billion. That would have been something. I think we would be out of business if we have minus 12 billion on our bank account. But it came from minus 28, so it's going out the right direction, but still. So we got slow news today, some Italian stuff that we got going on at 10, though nothing does majorly actually. So this week or tomorrow we got some news in the afternoon at 2:30, so that will be giving something. But for the rest, not much actually. So anyone just joined, I'm going to be patient until the market shows me what it wants to do right now. So at this point, it's just sitting here. So I'm not going to do anything until I actually see a clear direction. It looks like it wants to take out as trend line liquidity right now and go to this lower gap, but I will have to get our patience until we see the movement exactly happen. Until then, we are not doing anything. Can somebody tell me if you guys can hear me? So this is why we don't do anything before we actually see the market do its thing. We need to be able to go with the flow of the market. At this point, the market is still pushing up. So as long as we don't see a changing character to the downside, we cannot do anything. Or until we got some form of a retracement back into a 15-minute gap to continue up, I'm not doing anything either. So it's one or the other. Or we got a changing character to the downside somewhere that we can say, okay, we got a fair value gap left into it that we can short off, or we need a push up where we can have a break of structure of a high and then a retracement back to continue. Now, if this one closes up high, now we got a structure. Now we got a break of structure to the upside. For now, we didn't because it just stopped like a point above the high, so that's not a break. That's more like a sweep. Are you all active or just sleeping today? There are 3 people in the chat, but nobody actually said if the voice is working. Is the voice working, guys? Just give me a yes, a thumbs up, or anything so that I can know for sure. I cannot hear myself speak, so. Oh yeah, I'll put open. Yeah, thank you. Appreciate it. We will see what happens in the next coming hour. If we find any trades, yes or no. Hope you all see why we're not trading this. This market is just chopping here, so no point in putting anything on the line right now until we have a clear direction. We got 20 minutes from open. If we're lucky, open will give us a nice sign where it wants to go to the market. I hope everybody is in my Discord too. If you want to, you can always join. Trying to post every trade that we take also, to explain everything so that you can actually follow along a little bit step by step. If you're not, I'll put it in chat, a link so that you can join. Okay, even not written. Copy the link if you want to join the Discord. Here you are. Do we get the movement down? If you are here, Veerle, good morning. I just seen your chat, and actually that consistency rule is true, but there's something that's not adding up. So you said you got 1,750, and then 1500. Oh yeah, you got 2 of them in one day. Oh yeah, I understand. So if you ever are on a prop firm account and trade with prop firm accounts, make sure that you follow that consistency rule. I just seen that somebody didn't know about it, so I'll explain how it works for a second if you are new to prop firm accounts and trading with prop firms. So on top step, you got a consistency rule of 50%. So for 50%, so you need to get a target if you have the smallest one of 3,000. So one day trading cannot be above 1,500 profit. If you have more than 1,500 profit on one day, you will need to add that to your thing. So say that you got like a one day of $1,800. That means that your target is now adding an extra, let me see, 300, no, it's adding an extra 500 or 300, something like that. Wait, I'm 53, yeah. You will add an extra 300 to that profit. So that means that you will now have a target that you need to get to is 3,300. Anything above that 1,500, they're actually counting it on your total amount that you need to get. The reason why is they want to have you at least 2 days or 3 days trading to get to that consistency rule, so that you don't get it in one day. It's for people that actually want to gamble a bit more or just have one big trade immediately to that amount. So they try to not let you have that. Not a fan of those rules, but if you trade on a prop firm, you got rules, so you have to follow them. So still at the same little pace right now, not much happening, so not much that we can do. We will see here now in the next minute. Do we get some form of fall down? If we do, hope we get some form of retracement into a fair value gap, and then we can short to like the opening gap or just this low. But for now, just be patient. No change in character, no change in structure yet, so nothing that we can do. This is the less easy part in trading. So just being here present and doing nothing is something that you will have to learn as a trader. Not every day is a trading day. And I can definitely show that if you want to watch. I'll get my 20 seconds. So. Journal. Make sure that you all have one for yourself. So you can see it's been locked from this month. We had the first, so last week we took, how many trades we took? So from the 15th, so 17th and the 18th. I got 4 trades last week and I made about a 1.2 R or something. And together this month, so this is my monthly score that we make. So you see I got about 50 to 60% win rates and an average of 12, 13 R in a month, right now. So we got 2 of 20, and then a few a bit under that, 10 hour. So I try to get about 10 hour in a month. Not always works. Sometimes it's good, sometimes not. So you just have to be happy all the time. The process is always going over the outcome. So never watch a trade day by day. Always watch, if you do trading, how much did I make in the month? How much did I make in 2 months? Never watch just the day itself. If you have a not profitable day, be okay with it. Just walk away and come back the day after or the week after until you have no emotions in the game anymore and that you can play it easy for yourself. Because if you have emotions in trading itself, you'll not have it easy that day. Believe me. Been there, done it. It's something you do need to get rid of while you're actually trading. Not that you have to be emotionless. I still feel them too, just that you cannot let them influence the way that you trade. So if your trading style is you need to be patient for that for value gap, you just have to be patient until it shows. Even though we're here, we can be here for 2 hours and not take a trade. You see me do it multiple times, so it will happen. And then also you have to be okay. We got about 15 minutes till open. If we stick here, we'll probably take out, open will probably take out a high. I'm gonna get myself another cocoa right now, and I'll be right back. Looks like the next 12 minutes won't happen anyway, so. So in August, I actually started teaching people or mentoring people out of my own experience and anything that happened into it. And we started actually with 30 people got invited into a free educational part for me live. We ended up actually with 5 people actually completing it. The rest of them were actually not so much present. And I'm actually very happy with the results, because out of those 5 or 6 that actually were present always, we actually got already 3 people that got funded out of that one. So that means that the teaching that I do is working, but it's a bit different style than most of them. My main concern for everybody is actually having a good psychology. That means being present and knowing that psychology is more important than the trading skill itself. You can learn from anybody trading. You don't learn from everybody how the mindset has to change. If you hear people talking that you will make $10,000 the first month that you're trading, please walk away and do something different. Watch somebody else. Can you make 10,000? Yeah, you can. Will it take some time? Of course. Will you get it the first month? I don't think so. If you can, congratulations. You'll be the first that I see doing it in the first months. So still at the same level, nothing happening. So we came up, we got rejected, we came up, we got into a fair value gap, so we got like a small, I'm going to explain exactly what I see. So here we got a small ranging part, so, but it's ranging, so it's not really chopping. So why is it ranging? because we got for value gaps and voids. So these opening things are voids, and we got for value gaps. So we actually constantly come back into for value gap. So we came into this one, we didn't take the high, so we got rejected. We came back, we tapped another one, and we got rejected. So if we take out the lows, I want to see us take out this low. If we take out that low, and we got some form of for value gap right here, now we have a change in character on a 5-minute base too. Yeah. If we got that, we will have a for value gap up here. We will tap that for value gap, and then we will short to this low or to the opening gap. If we take out our high, we have a if we take out the high and we got a break of structure to the upside, we will have a for value gap in here somewhere that we can long off. That's the only two options that I see right now. But for now, nothing to do. And also be okay with that. If you are already in a trade and you had no real entry model, get out of it. The reason why I say this is it's very not healthy for your mindset to do it. Because it will implement a wrong way of trading, and getting something out is not as easy. So we now took out our low. There's still a for value gap right here that didn't get tapped. So we just took an internal low out. I want to see it hit this low. So if we take this out, then we got like a change in character right here. That's a lower time frame. This is actually why I want to see it hit. Because this for value gap then got invalid, and then we got a lower part that got taken. There's not much ready to see. The only thing that we can see right here is we have a small for value gap left. Why would it take out this movement? Because we got full trend line liquidity right here. So there's a lot of stops under these small wicks. That's why the market is drawn to liquidity. Liquidity is used to move the market into a direction. But until we got a breach under this low and then a retracement into it, we do not do anything. We just be patient. We got 7 minutes still open. Let's see what open brings. Yeah, so a 5-minute change in character is valid, but you just have to move your stop a bit faster. There have to be some rules also. So first of all, we need to have a sweep of liquidity that we had right here. So we took a sweep of liquidity right here. If we watch that 15-minute, we got swept. We swept it again, but we do need a valid structure to the downside. So it's not like the first point that counts. We do need a full change in character, and there needs to be a sweep of liquidity. There needs to be a higher time frame for value gap that we're trading in. That's what we're doing right now. So we're trading inside a 4-hour for value gap, a higher time frame. We just swept a high of liquidity, and then we need to get rejected of that high. So even though the hourly is not closed yet, but if this next 5 minutes drop further down, we probably will just sweep down further. So there needs to be some rules into it before you can say you take a 5-minute change. Otherwise, keep it on a 15-minute. If you're not sure, it's much easier. And it's more accurate too. If you ever do it on a 5-minute and you're not sure, just make sure that you're put your stop faster to break even. So that way, if you are a little bit insecure, you get used to it after a while. I'm making a full plan in and out of it so that you can actually read every detail into it, and I'll share it after New Year. We'll be fully finished. I'll make sure that everybody has it. That's in the group. I'll share it in Discord. No worry. Let me know if you understand it afterwards, and if you do, no, I'll say it differently. Let me know in your own words how you read it, and then I'll understand if you understand it. That's better. Because just saying, yes, I understand it, and not sure, I need you to explain it then to me in your terms and how you read it, and that way I'll know if it's good, yes or no. But then the market shows me its hand. We're not doing anything, like I already said. We got about 5 minutes till open, so we could just as easy sweep that high one more time and open. So same here, we've just been chopping for 15 minutes, for 45 minutes now. There was no liquidity sweep, there was no highs taken, they're just sitting here. So now this hourly looks stronger, step by step. But on a 5-minute base, we're still chopping around here. So I hope everybody is still not trading and having patience. This is the main thing a trader needs to learn, just doing nothing. And that's more active than trading, actually. Oh, so we're intraday traders, and we watch intraday movements. So, okay. The reason after a sweep, so it's not just any sweep. We need to sweep a liquidity pool. What are liquidity pools? They can be Asia high, they can be Asia low. Those are major liquidity pools. They can be a structure high, or a structure low. They can be London high or London low, or NY high or low. So those are all actually liquidity pools. So those are the major liquidity pools that we can see. And a structure high, what do I mean by a structure high? It's actually, I'll take my tool for a second to draw it. So let's go like this. This would be a structure high. That means that after a higher high, we created a newer higher high. So this is a structure high. Getting taken, and then somewhere inside the higher time frame, you will see a lower time frame do this. So instead of this last one, and then here we will see that move go lower. We made a break of structure, and then we had an internal structure back sweeping a high, and then we will see this form down. I'll show it on a chart in a minute. And then what you said also, what your logic behind, and for value gap rules, yeah, for value gap just show us, okay, here we have open. So afterwards, we are trading intraday, so sometimes we want to watch too far ahead, and that's not what we want to see. So the 4H goes together with the 15-minute, or good with the 15-minute. The 1H is easier to trade with the 5 minutes. So the direction of the 1H shows you the direction of the 5 minutes. So this 1H now just made a small break of structure, so we'll probably move further up right now. It made a small one, so it didn't push further down. So opening just pushed it down very smallly. It didn't even take liquidity yet. We're still chopping. So if we take out Asia high right here, and then we see a change in character, we sweep liquidity pool. So this is a liquidity pool right now. And that's actually a major liquidity pool. So session highs and lows are bigger liquidity pools because we trade intraday. If we would let a trade open for multiple days, those don't hold any value. But we trade intraday, and actually we cannot let our trades play open or let it stay open for the rest of the day, because of if you trade on a prop firm, it closes at 10 o'clock my time, evening. But it will be explained fully in the details too in that document. What are liquidity pools? Which ones do you need to watch? Which ones you don't need to watch? Everything will be explained so that you actually have a full document, that you have a plan inside, that you can just trade off. And I want to be able to let somebody that has no experience whatsoever and he reads it, that he can trade it. If that happens, I'm happy. Then my plan is fully readable. So again, we swept the high and we still got rejected. So we're still inside this choppiness. So be patient. Nothing's happening right now. And the reason why we can't do anything is because we are actually inside two for valley gaps now. So we are inside a 4. So we are here in a 4 and we got a 4 just below us. The major structures now showing us still strength to the upside. But after a sweep of liquidity, it's not easy to just start trading straight away off open. Second of all, most big companies don't trade between 22 and until the 3rd of the 2nd of January. Between those 2 weeks, you will see less volume too. That's why I only trade 2 days in this week, plus some family time is important too. Morning, sexy. So definitely looks like the market wants to continue up higher right now, but still not doing anything. Nothing that we can do right now. No change, no character. I hope you all see this. This is no trading, right? If somebody can't see it, please ask me. I'll explain why we're not trading right now. It's very important that you definitely see this. If the market keeps moving up after that sweep of Asia, if the market wants to continue up, we will see some big move. We will see a valley gap formed, and then we can tap into it. We still can trade all the way up to this gap. So we still got like 100, 200 points to the upside. So that's still more than enough to trade off. That's the next major liquidity pool. And if you self, don't feel at ease not trading, you can always take a profit. So if you sell, if you self don't feel at ease not trading, you can always take a profit. So if you sell, if you self don't feel at ease not trading, you can always take a profit. So if you sell, if you self don't feel at ease not trading, you can always take a profit. So if you sell, if you self don't feel at ease not trading, I would recommend if you don't have it easy, not trading, I would recommend to take at least 2 weeks off the full sessions and don't trade for 2 weeks. To maintain control, actually, because you are the one that always needs to be in control, not the emotion, not nothing else, just yourself. So here's the high, get taken. Let's see how we act off of it. We now took out Asia. I want to see what the market does. Does it continue or do we start flushing? Because now we're making a new break of structure to the upside. So I'll take this one off. So if this is now the new break of structure, because this is the high, now we got a nice leg above it. If this closes in the next 15 minutes like this, that's a nice sign. Now we can take our foot tool, put it up, see how high it comes. Then we will have a retracement into that 50 level. Anything below that 50 level is actually the best entry points. We take one of those and then we long back to the highs. Anything in between for me is noise. So anything in between, I don't do anything. It's no point of doing anything with those. So you will never see me actually just go, yeah, let's jump into this. Nah, that's not my style. I'm more disciplined, repeatable actions that we can take. So here we took high. Let's see what this market now shows us. So this is very much expected after taking, this is a liquidity pool, guys, like I said. Asia high is a major liquidity pool that just got swept. So if the market now starts to rally down and we make a change in character, we get a 5 minutes, we put the stop at the high and then short the way down. If it not and it just keeps pushing up, we find an entry to the upside somewhere. Rustig vriend, rustig. Yes. The famous Sazul is back. I'll take a quick bathroom break. By the time I'm back, we will see if we have that change in character, yes or no. Not much happening. Here is that move that I want to see. If we get a move like this downwards, look, see, this was the sweep. Now we got that movement. If we get a fair value gap after we sweep this low and we can tap that, that's our entry. So we will have some form of 5 minutes. And then we will have to be patient until we get that retest of the gap before we can short off of it. We can do nothing until we got that change in character, retest, short. Anything in between is just nothing that I will do anything about. But if the market just sits here for another half hour, just like this, and not making a movement, I'll even call it a day. We've been here for an hour now, and we just chopped for an hour straight off. Exactly when I get them online. This was the first candle, and then we just sit sideways. So for an hour and 15 minutes online right now, and still no movement. We made about 10 points. So this is no trading, actually. We made 20 points. So if we keep doing this, this will probably be a no trading day, or we have to have a nice clear movement in a direction. And no, if you don't trade today, you also protected your capital, because this is nothing that you want to be trading. There's always multiple reasons why we do certain things. And if it's a no trading day, be happy with it too. Ooh, it's getting chilly in here. I think I need to put up the heating. I so wanted to be in another country right now. Normally the holiday breaks are for me always in a different country. Let's take a watch what the ES is doing right now. You can see ES is a little bit more clear right now. So we took a high, we took it, and we came back in. So we jumped a little bit down. So the probability is bigger here that we see a continuation to the downside. But still, it's the same choppiness than the previous one, actually. So here we made equal lows, we came back high, so we probably fall a bit and take out that low. And Q is a bit... so if you want to trade more structure ways, ES is the easier part to trade off, because NQ got bigger spikes up and down. ES actually never has those. So if you're a new trader, it's actually better to start trading on ES than actually on NASDAQ. NASDAQ has bigger moves, but ES is more structured way. So you can just make just as easy as much you can make on ES than you can make on NQ. Like I said, Bitcoin is making us move, so this one will go nicely. Yeah, Bitcoin starts to rally today. We see Bitcoin go to 100K. So it will take out this buy side liquidity right here. So it has a lot of buy side liquidity right here. And these are the parts what I'm aiming for between 97,000 and 100,000. This is what I'm aiming for. A pretty good entry point. It's been sitting choppiness for a while, so. Oh, come on, Nasdaq, show me your hand. Now we can, or do something. Okay, I'm gonna be honest. If this market keeps doing this, I'll just call it a day. This is a price action I don't want to be part of. I'll take myself one more drink and we'll see in the next 30 minutes if we get something. If we don't move at all and just stay where we are, we just call it a day for the day and we come back tomorrow. Yes, my friend. Ik heb het punt twee kanten niet. Maar enkel maar in de rechterkant. Ook kun je mee afstand. Een van die bus. En hij is een andere van 500 of zo, is gemiddeld dat je krijgt. Dus dan moet niet meer hebben dan een halve dag of 20 jaar. Dus in de tijd van de toestellen met overleggers, in die tijd al, wat eigenlijk een vraag tijd was, zonder iets te doen, dat je dat ook nog. Dat je nog dat je dat goed was op en dan niet goed hebt, dus dan moet je dat doen. Als ik zeg, maar, dus je kunt allemaal bij een andere burgerhuisles. The average as 1000 and you use this of which you all of dat helpt als een bedrijf, hè. Het is maar helpen, hè. Okay, we're still at the same place. Not much movement at all. This is not the most loving full price action that we can see. Oh, for a trader, if you want to drink something that's healthy for yourself, if you can find pure cacao to drink, it's something that I really would say it's better than coffee. It's more healthy and it keeps your nerves more under control. Because in coffee there's a lot of caffeine, and it's not always easy to keep yourself mentally sharp. So we are slowly stepping up, not much movement at all. So this is why I prefer not to trade in these times, because it's possible that the next 2 weeks will be like this. So if they are like this, I'll probably don't trade in the coming 2 weeks. Like I said, I'm only here Monday and Tuesdays. The rest of the week will be educational part. If I'm able to get online, I'll do some education, but no trading at all. And the hourly, it looks like it wants to push up higher still. In the 30-minute, we didn't came back into one gap, so we had like a value gap, small one here that we could have tapped, but we didn't. So we just sit it here. I'll be on stream for another half hour, but if we keep doing this, this is not something, like I said before, I want to be part of. We want something like this, a clear direction. This is retail trading, so this is choppiness is because there are no big boys actually playing right now. If we see huge candles with displacement, so with a strong push, that means that the market makers are actually pushing the market in a direction that they want to see happening. And at this point, this is us actually trading, and the market just sits here then. But if you are here and you did not trade, be proud of yourself too, that you were present, that you followed your plan, that you did do nothing until the market showed you something. That's discipline. So that's the start of being a good trader. Having discipline until that plan shows you and then execute it. Never trade because you want to feel busy. If you want to feel busy, go do something in the garden or go run outside something and come back until you're back at a neutral level. That way you will feel productive, that you have done something productive and will be more at ease than to do what you want to do. That's what with me helped actually. If I wanted to be too productive and I felt like I wanted to do something, I closed my books and I actually went outside, started to run as fast as I can until I was actually out of breath and came back down, sit it back after the computer, and then I felt that I was productive. This is something that helped with me. That's why I'm sharing it. Because I'm a person that actually always has too much energy. So sitting behind a computer is something I love to do because I like trading, I like teaching, but it's not something that gets my energy out. So I do need to exercise a lot just to get that up, get that energy out of my body. So if that resonates with you and you feel the same, do it. Read. That's also something you can do while you're behind the charts. Just take a book and read. You're here anyways, or listen to an audio book. Also helps. Do some Duolingo. My wife used to do that. If she was behind the charts, learn a language. You can learn a lot in 2 hours. Because remember, if we're trading the 15 minutes, we got plenty of time to jump into anything because we need a 15-minute structure change, we need a 15-minute for value gap, and we need a tap. So we need two 15-minute candles moving in a direction with a gap in between before we can do anything. So we got plenty of time. An hour and a half in stream right now, and if this market is the same tomorrow, I'll probably do the same. Don't trade. It will depend. If I see something today still pop up and say that we do move rapidly once I get off stream, we hit some kind of form of a value gap, and we see a bullish reaction, I'll share it in Discord if I'm online actually. But I'll be online for 2.5 hours after stream still. So I got a meeting, and afterwards I need to make my shorts and my long films. So I got some activities that I still need to do. If I see any trades in between, I'll share it in Discord, of course, if I can. Seeing that we have two new ones in the group. Welcome. Now it looks like it wants to start falling, but still, we need to be patient until we have that for value gap and an entry. I will not do anything before I got that one. Look, we got rejected once, we got rejected twice, and then the market starts to move slowly in that direction. And that's still that sweep of Asia that we just had, which these are half hour, being patient. And if it starts to move rapidly and it doesn't come back into that fair value gap, I'm still not taking an entry. I do want to see that entry point like I want to have it. So here we could have a change in character right now. So we took equal lows out. This is the lowest part. If we take out this one, we have a full change in character. And then we got a fair value gap that we can tap. So we got one right here. That would be then the limit order to short off. As stops would be at the high. But I want to see this 5 drop below this line before I want that entry. Otherwise, this was internal liquidity that we swept, and then I don't want to be part of it. Because this is all sell-side liquidity that we just took out. And as long as this is not all the way down here, we're still trading in this choppy market. So this was sell-side liquidity that we just took. Hold on. We got about 20 more minutes. And if I don't get my entry in the next 20 minutes, I'll just end the stream with that. That's my cue. Oh yeah, actually my time that I always get offline. So the reason why I do this is to let you all know that we only need like 2 hours a day maximum of trading, being present of it. That's more than enough time that you have to find an entry model. If you don't find it in that day itself or in that moment, be okay with it and don't trade that day. Unless you come online, like say in an hour or something, and you do see the movement then happen, what you wanted to see already, or you already predicted before it happened that you wanted to see some form of movement, we made like a changing character nicely, and then have that movement back into it. You can always take one then, set a limit order, and be done with it. Make sure that your stop is there, make sure that your TP is set, and just close the book again. Just let that trade play out. And like you actually wanted to see it play out. So make sure that your TP is set at a nice distance or at the liquidity pool or just before the liquidity pool so that you actually get that TP. You don't always need the maximum out of a trade. Just make sure if you put it somewhere, so say the market wants to go all the way back to this opening gap, you can just put your TP just at this low or in this fair value gap to make sure that you actually are in it so that your first TP is like here and second TP is just before this gap somewhere. And I'll be done with it. I hope we get this candle close below here in 30 seconds. That would be nice to see. It looks like I won't get that one. So look, in a 2-minute base, we can see exactly what happened here. So we took his sell side liquidity. We tapped into an open fair value gap still with a small void. We just tapped the 2-minute fair value gap right here. And or the market now needs to flush down immediately, take everything out, or it will just all continue back to the highs. Because this is internal liquidity, what it took. And it needs this liquidity, where the stops are, for fuel to push the market in a direction where it wants to go. I was still chopping, so this is not my... I need an expansion, so I need a movement. I need to see clear direction where the market wants to go to. This is just not it. Yeah, I can tell it already. So this will be a no trading day. I will not get my fair value gap anyways in the next 15 minutes before 10. So for me, it will be a not trading day on stream anyways. I'll share it if I see anything afterwards, but yeah. This is actually, everybody sees it, right? That this is no trading day, guys. I hope for everybody that's in here that you can actually see this, because if you can't, you really need to learn to read the chart. Because candles tell you a story, what it wants to do, and a doji actually means an undecided market. So doji is a flat body with a wick. So almost a nobody. So this is a doji, this one, and that one. These three not. Just the smaller ones with a very small body and two wicks on the side. That means that the market pushed up, pushed down, and actually came back to its opening price. So that the buyers and the sellers actually had the same volume inside. With volume, I mean the same strength. So it pushed it up and down on the same level. It does look like it wants to continue to downside, but until we see that movement, we're not here to predict the market. We're here just to be patient until the market moves in a direction. We still don't do anything, and we are patient until it has a retest off of it, and then we move with it. The reason why we wait for that retest is we are more accurate then. You can start jumping trade right now and say, okay, we want a short, but it's as easy, move back up. And that is something we don't want to be part of. We don't want to be part of that liquidity. We want to be patient until that liquidity is swept, and now we want to put our stops at those highs. So another 15 minutes, I will be on stream, but it will be a no trading day for me because this will be probably that for value gap if we drop further down. And that needs another 15 minutes. If we do drop now below this level, and we got a for value gap inside, I'll put a limiter, stops at the high, and then short to the downside if we get a tap of it. I will close the books, so I will not see if this trade plays out until tomorrow or in the afternoon somewhere, if I get back after the charts. And my trades can take up to 4 hours. So if you're ever in a trade with me, know that trades can definitely take 4 hours to play out, and that's okay. So again, it's a no trading day for me. Look, we just closed this for value gap, so I will not even have an entry right here. So this is a no trading day for me, no matter what. I will share it, like I said before, if I find any entries after we made a full structure downside and we get a fair value gap, I'll share it in Discord. It looks like a no trading. Been here 2 hours present, and look what the market did. It moved sideways for 2 hours. If you ever have this and you don't feel at ease by not taking a trade that day, look at the outcome over 100 trades. What helps shows you what you want to see. What will be more profitable? Ask yourself the question before you take that. If you can answer that question and you can tell yourself, okay, this is not something that makes me profitable over time, then, and believe me, that's the outcome that you will have. Look, ES was a little bit more structured today. So look, we came down, we came in at 5 minutes right here. So we took internal liquidities, same. We took 5 minutes. And today I'm actually very happy that I didn't take a trade because this would not be something I want to be part of. Not trading is protecting your capital too, especially if your edge is not shown. Look, I can actually show in my journal if I take the trade. I was actually not meant to take because they went outside my trade rules. That they don't always play out as good as we want to. Let's see if I can find one. I believe this was one that I jumped in a little bit too early. Yeah, this was one. Share it. So this was a half risk. Stops were at the high, and we were chopping here all the way. And I wanted to see it move to that direction. We did not. This was a 3 minute or 5 minute based. So we did not have a close below this line. So this was actually a change in character once we closed about below that, and then I should have taken a short. I was going off 1, 2, 3 rejections. We took an internal high. I was expecting the market to move down, but I didn't see the movement in the character itself. So this was a trade, only a half hour risk. Doesn't matter. It should not have been in my trading journal. So review your trades too, so that you can actually see yourself evolve to become better. I always, at the end of the week, review my own trades. So here we start to move lower now. This will move without me because I will not have my entry. Now that's changing character to the downside. If we get some form of a fair value gap in here, you can short this all the way to the opening gap. But I'm not taking it. I don't want to be online for another 15, 20 minutes, or I go outside my trading hours. Again, if you got some form of value gap after now changing character to the downside, we want to have a retest of it, and then you want to be moving to that direction. So we've got 8 more minutes. So I'm gonna say thank you all for being here today. This is a no trading day for me. The market just chopped around, so it is what it is. It's gonna happen. Some days are good, some days until the model shows. Today was a day that the model didn't show time when I am present to be online, so I keep myself strict to 2, max 3 hours screen times in trading. I got about 4 more hours to work after the screen, so that's more than enough for me. I'm not taking a trade, like I said already before, so I wish you a great trading session for the rest of the day. The model just didn't show itself today. That's all. So thank you all for being here. If you are new to the Discord, say something in the group. Make sure that you mention yourself once more, that everybody gets to know you. We're an open community. Questions, just ask. I'll reply anytime. You can always send me a DM too if you need some form of information and you cannot find it yet. Let me know. Not everything is openly viewable for everybody, so let me know. I'll just make sure that you can find it and what part of the Discord it is. And for the rest of the day, I wish you all a very great trading session, and we see you back tomorrow. That will be the last trading session for this week, tomorrow morning, and then the rest of the week will be no trading, just because it's Christmas, guys. Take some family time. It's important. Enjoy you all for the rest of the stream, and see you back tomorrow morning.